Well, right now in LA, the ICE raids have been happening. What's your take on that?
Um, I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible. You see like no due process at all. It's racial profiling, ethnic cleansing. If you really go back into the history of what California has done with raza or Mexicans or Latinos, they had Operation Wetback in the 50s.
But that was a real name.
That was a real name.
Okay, I just thought
that's
that
a real
was a slur.
thing. No, that's a real thing.
Wow,
that was
okay.
a real thing that happened in the 50s. So they're doing it all over again. They did it before. They're doing it again. And, I really think the raza, the people that are getting, taken in, number one, our community needs to be a lot more educated. They need to know the laws. I think a lot of these people that are being detained, they all have lawsuits against the government now. They need to sue the hell out of the government. And it's just really unfortunate.
Well, to play devil's advocate, because I'm an immigrant myself. Like I came from USSR. I mean, it's the Ukraine now, but back then it was Russia. And we came over legally. I got a citizenship. And the people who are getting deported, they are not here legally. Now, I understand that sometimes they've been here for 20 years. They have families, they have sometimes businesses and so forth. But at the end of the day, if you're not here legally, how upset can you be that at some point someone figures out and sends you back? Go to any other country in the world. You can't stay in other countries illegally.
Right.
They'll send you right back as well.
Right. But now if you see what they're doing, if they're going to deport people, then they should go deport them at the border. They should deport them back to the country. What they're doing is they're putting them in these detention centers all around the country that they're building. So these corporations and politicians can make money on housing immigrants. So if they really wanted to get rid of them, go deport their ass. No, we're going to tie you up in this detention center for 3 to 6 months or maybe even a year. We're going to make money off of every single immigrant or detainee. And now it's a business model for them, and that's what they're doing. So that's what's messed up about it.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't really think about it that way.
That's what they're doing.
I mean, if you look at all the movies that have been released about Mexican gangs, which movie do you think really captures the essence the best?
Honestly, none of them, to be honest. The one movie that I've always had like a sentimental feeling with was Shawshank Redemption. Because of the way they narrate it and they talk about like an inmate's feelings, how you feel when you're in there, the stuff you go through on the day to day. It's a completely different story. It's an older movie, but the way you feel like emotionally while you're incarcerated, I think that was the one that I actually related to the most.
Well, I don't know if you heard about the whole backstory of American Me. I remember at one point I interviewed Danny Trejo, and he confirmed the rumor that I had heard. And if you remember the movie, you saw the movie?
Yeah. Bunch of times.
Yeah, me too. There was a scene that showed, the founder of the Mexican Mafia as a teenager getting raped in juvenile hall. And when that movie came out, the Sureños went crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's number one, if they're depicting somebody incorrectly.
Yeah.
And let alone having somebody having their manhood taken.
Yeah.
People probably got killed and they deserve to get killed for that.
10 people got killed around that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone who was like an extra or was like a consultant or whatever else, even though they weren't involved in the script, obviously. Edward James Olmos was the only one that really wrote that script.
Right.
They were getting clipped left and right. There was a hit on Edward James Olmos. Ultimately, he didn't get killed, but he had to carry a gun around and so forth.
Yeah.
And, when I talked to Danny Trejo about it, he goes, they shouldn't have showed that because that didn't actually happen.
Right.
They just want to bring some more drama to the film, but at a very steep cost.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like if you're a Norteño and you found out that, one of your guys got raped by a man, could they still be a Norteño at that point?
I don't think so.
That's it.
Yeah, that's horrible.
You're out.
That's like the worst thing that could happen to a man, I think, obviously. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you can't be affiliated anymore.
I mean, we wouldn't even accept anyone. We were active. If somebody had been in there for like rape or something like that, he would have got whacked. He wouldn't even be able to hang out with us.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't. Anytime when you're in prison, any new prison you go into, you gotta give your paperwork to your people so they can review your case and know what you're charged with. And if anybody was charged with like anything, sexual crimes or anything like that, that you're getting hit or worse.